Rev up your engines!
Nathan Sawchuk said, Scotty, what's the worst car you ever worked on? The worst car I ever worked on. It was the weirdest thing. Chrysler had a deal going years ago that they sold a funky car. They called it a sports car, but I wouldn't. And they did it with, I forget which company, but it was one of those companies, Maserati, and it was part Chrysler and part Italian sports car. And when I looked under it, I could not help but laugh. Coming out of the back, it had dual exhaust, a pipe on each side. Then I crawled under it, and one was a fake muffler that went nowhere. And the other one was the actual exhaust system. They actually put a fake dual exhaust system on that car. And it was the biggest pile of junk that I ever saw in my life. The guy bought it years later. It was like 20 years old then. And he thought, oh, it's worth something because it's the Italian sports car that Chrysler sold. She lost the shirt on that deal when he found out that it had this fancy power braking system that used the nitrogen boost system. And that was going to cost him $3,000 to fix that. He sold it for $500 and he lost about $4,000 on a deal. Kareem Alua says, do you think electric cars are the future? Yeah, they'll probably be the future, but it may be long in the future. We are a petroleum-based society. There's still a lot of petroleum and natural gas lying all over the place. The whole infrastructure society is set up for that. Switching to electric would require a paradigm shift in our society, and I don't think that anybody's planning on spending the money for that infrastructure. Elon Musk with his Tesla, yeah, they're cool cars. I got customers with them, but they're very expensive. They take a long time to recharge the battery. And most people, even if you're near a Tesla supercharge station, if it's almost out of power, it's going to take an hour to charge it up. Hey, people don't have that much time to wait. And let's say there's 3 people in front of you, and that means 3-hour wait before you get to fill yours up. Nobody's going to handle that kind of stuff. I think it'll be way in the future that it'll be electric cars. Maybe in bit areas. Yeah, that could easily happen. But somebody's got to spend money on the infrastructure. And I don't see anybody doing that the way our society's been going recently. Jay Dene says, I recently purchased a 1990 Indy 500 pace car Corvette with 58,000 miles for $9,000. I was wondering if you think it was a good buy and how good a car is that year Corvette. Okay, well, a 1990 Corvette, it was kind of an in-between. They're not particularly high performance cars, but you paid $9,000 and it's got 58,000 miles on it. If it's in good shape, the body's nice and clean, it runs good, yeah, you got a decent price on it. You know, take care of it. It's a fun car to drive around, but realize it's a 1990. So that thing is almost 30 years old. It's an old car. It's not the type of car that you want to drive every day and put 20,000 miles a year on. You got another car for your regular run-around knocker car and use that for a cute car? Sure, have fun with it. Ben Moskowitz says, Scotty is an '04 Nissan Murano SL all-wheel drive, reliable and safe car. My sister got it for her first car and has 108,000 miles on it. Well, tell your sister to take care of it, change the oil a lot, because they're not the most, they're safe, but they're not the most reliable cars. At that age, they have a tendency of falling apart, especially their automatic transmission, and that's an all-wheel drive one. If that tranny goes out, to fix that all-wheel drive transmission is going to cost more money than that vehicle is worth. 2 or 3 times what the vehicle's worth. So tell her to baby it, take care of it, and you never know. But don't put a bunch of money into it because you'll never get it back if it does start to break down. And at that age, that was 4 years after Renault merged with Nissan and their quality started to go downhill. Mohammed Speck says, I'm new in Canada and I'm thinking of buying a used 2013 Audi A4 2.0 Turbo Quattro for the snowy days. What do you think about that? Thanks. Those things are endless money pits. Now, it's only 6 years old. It might not be falling apart yet. If you want to buy one, don't pay much for it because the resale value is absolutely horrible and they cost a fortune to repair. And I used to live in Toronto and I know how much car repair costs in Canada. It's very expensive to get done there. So you're going to pay a fortune fixing that thing. If you really want something for the snow and ice in Canada, my advice, get a Subaru. You'd be better off than buying that Audi. The Subarus hold up a lot better than the Audis do, especially if you get a standard transmission Subaru. Andrew Kulik says, what do you think about a Nissan Frontier 4-cylinder 5-speed? Has body damage. I put new tires on it, but it needs suspension. Is it worth putting money into? Depends. If it's got not too many miles, you know, it's got 250, 60,000 miles, I wouldn't waste my money throwing it in. But for a truck. It might be a nice little knock around, pick up stuff, drive it around. If it's not your only mode of transportation, like my son, I got him an old Toyota Tacoma and I sent it to him in Boston, and it's his knock around truck. He probably drives that thing 800 miles a year. He uses it to pick up stuff with. Something like that, yeah, fix it and drive it around. It could last a lifetime. Yeah, you never know.
So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.